So you just arrived in Rome, and now you have to go through immigration, the new EES, and then get to your hotel. How do you do it? Well, we're going to show you. And if you didn't know, EES stands for Entry-Exit System. It's a new digital system of tracking visitors to the European Union that was rolled out in late October 2025. And it has had some hiccups, and we're going to show you what happened to us. After an 8-hour flight from Philadelphia, we landed in Terminal 3 in Rome. We were both tired, and we followed the crowd to get to immigration. After a good 5-minute walk, we arrived to the dreaded EES machines. So what these machines do is they record your biometrics so they can more accurately determine how long you've stayed in the country. Apparently, you can only stay for 90 days in a 180-day period, and they're going to track it. There's 3 steps. First, you scan your passport. We had to try each step 3 times before the machine would take the information, so don't get flustered, just keep trying. After the machine accepts your passport, step number 2 is that it takes your picture. Make sure you take off all hats and glasses. And it took Sue several attempts for the machine to accept the photograph. And the third and last step is to have the machine scan your fingerprints on your right hand. Sue had to do this a few times before the machine would accept her fingerprints. Okay, so that EES registration took us a number of tries to get it right, and the line behind us is crazy. Now, once you use those machines to register in the EES system, then follow the crowds. You end up getting on a bus that takes you to immigration. And if you successfully registered with the EES machine, go to the black line, which will lead you to a crowd of people. And the next step is to go through the electronic gates to actually have entry into the country. Okay, so after you register for EES, you then go through an electronic gate, and after the electronic gate, you still have an agent stamp your passport, and then you head to baggage claim. Okay, so after you get your bags, then you have to decide how you're going to get to your hotel. And you have basically 3 choices. Let me show you. Just follow the crowds to the exit, and be prepared to do a lot of walking. It's a pretty big airport. So basically, to get to downtown Rome, you have 3 choices. You can take the bus, you can take the train, the Leonardo, or you can take the taxi. The problem with the bus and the train is it drops you off at Termini Station in the middle of Rome, and then you still may have to take a cab to your hotel. So it makes sense to take the cab. Just follow the signs for whatever you choose, the train, the bus, or the taxi. And as I said, since we want to go right to a hotel and not have to take a train or bus to the station and then take another taxi, we're just taking the taxi from here. It's a set fare of $55, and make sure you get into an official taxi, which is white. So follow the signs for taxi, it's straight ahead, and there will be a line until the taxis are ready. But actually, the good news is there isn't a crazy line. I've seen videos where it's backed up here, shoulder to shoulder with people. But looks like this is a good time to come in. It's a Sunday morning in March, and we're going to take the taxi to our hotel. And as I said, as you can see from the sign, it's a fixed rate of 55 euros to the center of Old Rome. Just make sure you get into one of the official taxis, which are white. And supposedly the taxis all take credit cards and no tips are required. They sometimes do charge an extra $1, extra euro for each bag that you have. Now, our taxi didn't charge us extra for the bags, but at the end of the ride, he wouldn't accept a credit card, even though by law they're supposed to. So we had to give him 55 euros in cash. So our advice is when you're at Rome Airport, before you get into the cab, make sure they're going to accept a credit card. Okay, so we made it to our hotel, just a few steps from the Spanish Steps, which is a nice location. And we'll do a review of the hotel later on, but that's the information about getting through the airport and how to get to your hotel. And next we'll show you what happens when you leave Italy. We left from the airport in Venice, and this is what you can expect. So our time in Italy is just about up, and we have to leave and go back to the States. And believe it or not, when you leave the EU, the European Union, you have to go through the EES system at the airport, just like when you came in. And I heard that the line can be quite long. So we're going to find out tomorrow what it's all about. Keep watching if you're interested. So how will it be trying to leave Italy from Venice Airport? We're going to show you how's EES going to be. Hope it's not a disaster. Okay, step number 1, check your bags. And they open up the counter, check your bags a little over 3 hours before the flight's supposed to take off.
Step 2, you go to the gates that say U.S. flights only.
And that will lead to airport security where you're screened. And the line moved pretty fast. Okay, security was quick, but we did get here 3 hours before our flight. And now we're in a room area here with the gates and also some shops and some food. We haven't gone through immigration yet, so we're wondering where that's going to be.
Second floor.
After having our last meal in Italy at the food court on the 3rd floor of the Venice Airport, we then headed down to the 2nd floor where our gate was, and that's where we went through immigration. And as expected, we had to interact with the EES machine again. So first step before you go through anything, you have to re-register. This shows that you left the country. The first step is to hit English, then scan your passport. Next, allow the machine to take your photo. And the last step is fingerprints. And we found these machines at the Venice Airport worked a lot quicker than the ones over at Rome. And everything worked the first time we tried it. Okay, so after we registered at the kiosk, which you just saw, then you walk over to electronic gates where you kind of do it all over again. You scan your passport, they take your photo, and you scan your fingerprints. Then you wait a little while, then the gates open and allow you out. So not too bad, we're at the gate now, but if it was a long line, I could see this getting really backed up because the system is kind of slow and it seems redundant. And after we went through the e-gate, that we still had to go to a immigration agent and have our passport stamped. So I don't know, it's kind of strange. It seems like it's a lot of redundant steps, but we're here, we're at the gate. So that's the whole story about EES. This is how it is. This is April 2026. So if you come to Europe, expect a very similar experience. Until next time, safe travels.